Hey, welcome, folks. Just got back from watching Jon Anderson rip it up here at the Riviera. And I got none other than Thom, Jennings, and Mr. David Hens here to talk about this show.
First. He's alphabetically first.
Well,
he's always introduced first in all of our ranking videos. This is unusual.
I know, I always go first.
Yeah. So we're doing it by height this time. So short to before tall.
Well, let's get right into it real quick here. What did you think there, Mr. Jennings?
Oh, I'm first?
Yeah.
Loved it. It was a great set list, very reminiscent of like the Yes Songs era. The only Raven song was the final encore, which was Owner of a Lonely Heart. And I felt like the tempos were just great. I mean, they were right on the edge of just a little too fast, but they weren't too fast. I mean, and I think a lot of times you see these heritage artists that have been around for a long time, they tend to slow things up a little bit. I mean, it was, I don't know, I guess the best way I could describe it is a lot of these guys are from the Staten Island area. It had that kind of New York rock sensibility added to that British prog rock sound. So I thought it was a great combination. High energy, definitely not boring. And let me tell you, some very complex pieces of music that could really kind of turn the crowd off, but everybody loved it.
All right, that's your take. What would you like? How'd you like the show, Mr. David Hens there?
I thought it was excellent. I mean, I had never seen Yes before. I'd only seen Anderson twice by himself. So, I mean, for me to see a full band behind those songs was great. I mean, the Heart of the Sunrise was amazing. Gates of Delirium was excellent. I think you could definitely tell Jon was energized by playing with some of the younger musicians. They seemed to get more and more pep. He seems really invested in the material. I thought it was excellent.
Yeah, I was surprised at how easily he kept up. A lot again. I mean, the phrasing. He hit the high notes. I mean, vocally, I realized the guy doesn't tour a lot, but my God, I mean, that was just astounding. And did you notice in Starship Trooper that there was a bit of a breakdown there that was from Freebird?
Yep.
Okay.
He was playing the guitar solo on the keyboard.
Yeah. I was like in the middle of them. It was just like that kind of moment. It was so high energy. They like slipped into Freebird for a little while, and then slipped back into Starship Trooper. It was very cool. That was one of my favorite moments of the show.
Yeah, I just can't believe that at this age, how he can still perform at this level. It's just amazing. 78 years old and still just simply, you could put him in Yes today and man, it would just make for a phenomenal show, even though, there's not too many originals. Well, there's no originals left. He'd be the only one.
Yeah, he's the only surviving active member, because the only surviving founding members are Bill Bruford, he's not active, and Tony Kaye, and I don't remember the last time Tony Kaye toured. So as far as like an active guy who's still out performing the music, yeah, he's the only founder. And actually the two founders were Squire and Anderson. So technically he's the only original. But I don't think that even though this was older material, I don't think he would do well if he went back to Yes, especially not with the current lineup. It just doesn't really. They've kind of moved on, and
I think he's moved on too. So,
they've moved on.
Oh, yeah.
They're better for it. I mean, if you're a Yes fan, you got more to choose from. I think the same way with Styx. Dennis DeYoung getting back with Styx. What's the point? You get to see Styx without him put on a great show, and you get to see him without Styx put on a great show, and you get some different songs. Like I don't think Yes will ever play Gates of Delirium in its entirety, will they?
No, I don't think so.
The current lineup.
Like
Actually, the current lineup did put it back in 2019.
The whole thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I
I
just saw something about it.
They were supposed to try to do the whole Relayer album.
Yeah.
The tours that might have gotten canceled.
And they've been doing a lot of that. The original Yes, they were doing a lot of those full albums or album sides, if you have, on some of those later tours after 2015. But I would say this is definitely probably the best show I've seen this year up to date so far. It's early yet.
Yeah. We're
only in May, but this is we had the tickets way back in December, sold out so quick, and seemed like it took forever to get here. But man, was it worth it or what?
Last night of the tour too. I mean, I think anytime you have a last night of a successful tour, they're going to leave it. They're going to leave it out there, and they definitely did. I mean, you could tell that there was some emotion in the room, and They were going for it, and it was weird. Like some of the criticisms that I'd read before seeing this show, some of the stuff online was like the backing vocals. I thought the background vocals sounded great tonight. If there was a problem early on, they worked that out. I mean, God, that guitarist, I have no clue who he is.
I don't know. Yeah,
Jesus. I mean, he was incredible. Yeah. Andy Astley's drummer, 2 keyboardists. I mean, you know, it said they were faithful to the old stuff, but it didn't sound 70s, you know. It had that. It just had more of a contemporary feel to it. So that was what was kind of cool.
All right, very good. Sounds good. Well, thank you for tuning into the after show, and we'll try to bring you many more this summer. And also stay tuned for our famous album rankings.
Yeah.